Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel, and today we're going to be talking about everything to do with Priest Arena PvP. We are going to talk about talent selection. We're going to talk about ultimates. We're going to talk about your passives. We're going to talk about how you should be playing if you want to live and you want your teammates to live. And we're going to basically run through all the important stuff that you may or may not know about Priest PvP. Now, something that I want to get out of the way immediately that is a huge misconception, and I don't understand why this is. It's called Fair Arena. That means that your inscribed stone does nothing in Arena. All this stuff here, zip nada. Let me show you a quick clip to illustrate this. This is my talents. I've got 42% crit, and then I'm going to roll out to Arena, or rather not Arena, to Battlegrounds, and I look at the same talents, and it is in fact 25.5% crit. Let's talk quickly about the skills, the talents rather, in Arena. The only difference from a normal spec here would be I'm only running 1 out of 3 of crit, and that is personal choice, but I am currently running 25.5% crit, which means I get that next breakpoint there. That's why I've gone for that extra point of crit. If I was over 25%, I would probably put that either in base, recover, healing, or Holy Guardian. Everything else is must-haves. I think that is very, very clearly my build. You've got to have these 2 of 2 and 4 of 4. Your opener is going to be this. You're going to basically look to put Holy Guardian on the target the enemy team is trying to DPS down, whether that be you or teammates, whatever. You're going to Holy Guardian it, and then you're going to Hymn of Light and survive that burst. Picking when that is happening is very difficult. As you fight better and better teams, you're going to find that they will fake their first target, and they'll in fact switch targets a lot. I'll show you some gameplay of that as we go forward, but that's going to be opener. Holy Guardian, then Hymn of Light, and then you will hit Recover, and then you will double tap Light Healing, and then you will hit Light Wave and Prayer, depending on what's on cooldown. And then you're going to repeat that as much as you can and build up wings until you get, obviously, the Divine Radiance buff, and then you're going to pop that. That's a really great heal too. Let's have a look. Now we're going to go Holy Guardian on the Archer, and then Hymn of Light, our massive real raid heal. I sometimes call it Divine Hymn. I get confused from my games. I hit my absorb barrier there because the assassin isn't up yet. As soon as the assassin drops, I immediately put Holy Guardian on my Archer, Touchy, and hit Hymn of Light, my biggest single target heal, basically. Then Recover, then double group heal, Light Healing, and then Light Wave. Then we're recovering on cooldown. You can see Recover is up there again. You basically want to hit Light Healing, the group heal, a couple of times, and Light Wave on cooldown, because if you can get your wings up, then actually getting that Divine Grace is really, really important. It's a hell of a thing to get. Divine Blessing, not Divine Grace. It's a great single target heal, and you can drop that and Recover at the same time, and it's a massive healing boost to your team. You'll also note that we tunneled the rogue. Rogues are a nightmare to deal with. Let's have a quick chat about that, because I think a lot of people struggle to deal specifically with that class on the outset. Now, Shadow Swordsmen are a real problem. Because for a priest, they're going to come in and they're going to come from stealth and obliterate you and disable you, and it's just a nightmare, right? But you're going to see here, I'm going to let you hear the group comms as well. They have a limited amount of time they can be stealth. You need your DPS to be proactive and pushing forward. You want your DPS to be the target. As soon as they stealth, we're all going to run back. This is a high-ranked Shadow Swordsman and team. Watch.
Go back.
I've hit my absorb immediately because I know he's coming for me. I could have chosen any of the other two. They know it's going to be me. There goes Holy Guardian on me. I'm using the group heal. Now, The important thing to note here is look at my position. I am not in line of sight of anyone who can do damage to me. You've got to be really important. Lavisha is their healer, and I am healing from behind cover, so I can't be silenced. And I can be, but they've got to move and they've got to take DPS off the teammate to do that. That's positioning 101. And they had to swap out of that because there was so much damage pouring in on their barbarian that the rogue had to go back and help. Now, they then beat us later on, so you can stuff it up, and there's no doubt about it, but this class is not without merit. So the ultimates I run are Swift Wings, Radiant Barrier, and Break Free. The reason I run Break Free over Light Impact or Swift Wings over Light Impact is because even though knockback is incredibly important and it does recover some of your hit points, Break Free gives you a 3-second immunity to all controls, like silence, after being used. And that's massive. So if you hit Break Free and then you hit your Raid Heal, Hymn of Light, that's going to go for at least 3 seconds channeled, even if they're trying to silence you. And that's very, very important. What have I done here? Map border reached. Okay, I'm not trying to do anything. That's really, really important. The other thing that I run that I think is really important is Swift Wings. That is clutch, like zipping away, and particularly zipping to a pillar or to the graveyard or to some kind of object you can kite around might keep you alive for another 3 or 4 seconds. If that happens against triple DPS, it gives your team enough time to clear one of the DPS or maybe even both of the other DPS and keeps you alive and in the game. It's not always about everyone surviving. Sometimes it's particularly about triple DPS. It's about you living long enough against a Shadow Swordsman for the rest of your team to wipe the floor. Radiant Barrier, get a light shield that gates a total of 30% of your maximum hit point. Excellent. But it also means while the effect is active, your movement speed is plus 20% upon each hit for 3 seconds. This effect can stack plus 3 times. And it will, because you're going to get hit. This ties right in with my passive talents. Rapid pullback. After being hit, movement speed is increased by 15% for 3 seconds. Can stack up to 3 times. Movement speed is everything, and particularly on mobile. There's no auto run function on mobile like there is on PC where you can just tap a button. So it is very hard to, in the middle of a fight when you're casting, to be sprinting at maximum speed when you come off a cooldown or when you've stopped casting and you're able to sprint. And it can be really frustrating. So as much movement speed as you can stack is an absolute lifesaver. Deadly Strike and Slow Suppression. This is about your healing. So it's about healing the target. There is Divine Radiance level 2, which will disperse a random debuff effect every 30 seconds at level 2. If you upgrade it, it goes to every 20 seconds. If all 3 members of your team are running that, that's pretty impressive. It will really have an important effect on your gameplay and survivability. But I don't play with the same people often enough for that to be a thing. I know Lani has talked about running it, and Lani says it's a good idea. It's probably a good idea. But these 2 here are all about healing your teammates. They're at the max level they can be, level 3. So your healing is increased by 30% to anyone that is slowed or dazed. And those people who are slowed and dazed are generally the people that are being burst by the opposition DPS. Let's have a look at some more stuff from the arena itself. Make sure you know who the DPS are in the arena and who is the healer, if there is a healer on the other team, because that will allow you to position yourself so that you're not going to get hit or silenced or crowd controlled by the wrong class. Also, as soon as you're facing a mage, it's important to figure out whether it's ice or fire. And if you see these balls popping up around you, get to a pillar because they can really drop you hard, right? And getting out of line of sight is super important. Killing their DPS and like just wasting their time while your guys aren't taking damage is so important. Positioning is everything. Like this, Reversible is going to go super deep on the enemy team. He wants to target the warrior there, QQ. And I'm going to actually hang back a little bit. I'm confident enough, if desperate, I can swift wings forward, come into heal range and hit Holy Guardian on Reversible, then hit the big heal. But I hit barrier now because I know they're not on Reversible. He's not taking any damage. I switch to myself, Holy Guardian, leap forward. I use break free. I'm already been attempted to silence. Going to run Divine Him and I'm behind the pillar. Okay. And then I'm going to start using this pillar against the casters. I'm going to run back because I don't feel comfortable in open there. It's too easy for someone to come and silence me or stun me. And I'm trying to use heals that don't make me be in line of sight. And they're really desperately keen to hit me, but there's so much pressure coming from my DPS that they cannot ignore me and they have to go back out. And that's all you need. Winning the opener positionally and tactically is everything. And I think that is one of the problems that players who are constantly getting smashed in arena just don't get. I'm not using Holy Guardian until I really need to ever as well. It's like your biggest tool and you've got to use it properly. This is another great example of the opener and communications. I don't actually have the team comms on this one, but that's a double mage. So Reversible wants to rip in before they build their combo points. I'm expecting that they're going to go for me or Touchy. And what you're going to see is me kite away and them switch. Now that switch is fine. I just start blowing the big him and I actually call for Touchy, our ranger, to come towards me and he comes back into healing range. There we go. Blinking, hitting the double group heal so I can hit that on the move. Light waves coming up next. And then big him and in comes Touchy into the heal range. Splitting that DPS has allowed the guys to actually just focus one at a time. And the anti-heal, they've just blown through them. This is all about winning the opener, guys. We're going to talk about cooldown management here. I can see that no one is really taking damage here. I know it's going to be on me. I give myself the damage reduction because I'm going to go straight to the pillar, but I don't use my absorb yet. I'm going to use my break free there, and then I hit the big heal again. Love it. And then I use my absorb. So I'm managing my cooldowns based on the experience of what I can actually handle and what my character can handle. Then you're going to see my passives kick in here. See the buff bar just underneath my name at the top with the 3 on it. That's happening as I'm getting hit. It's keeping me sped up. And just as I come out of this, my teammates peel for me. That was a stun by Touchy on the DPS that was on me. That's why I lived. That and all my bits and pieces, obviously. Then we get through it. Now, some other little tips and tricks when you're facing barbarians, and there's one barbarian, 2 left, and one of them's a barbarian. If you stand together, you can, they're doing their random axe throwing thing. It'll distribute the DPS between the 2 of you. Things like that are really important, I think. I'm going to finish up just showing some more gameplays. I'll show you a couple of games just to finish on, have a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. I'm not the best healer in the world. I'm not trying to make like I'm some kind of god priest. Not the case. I just want people who are trying to use the class and playing the class to have some fun and enjoy it and be able to be competitive in arena. And I think that's important. Anyway, look after yourselves. Stay safe in the battlefield. And until next time, just enjoy the games and bye for now. I've got nothing left, man. I've used all my cooldowns.
Yep. I'm gonna kite.
Sige, napatay ko yung fact niya.
Okay, okay.
Got another heal on you. Got another heal on you.
Anti-heal.
I got you. I got you. Good work, boys. Oh.
Paano ano? Paano mo napatay? Hindi siya inabol ng healer?
Hindi siya hinabol ng healer eh.
Oh no. Just silver.
Papalder.
Anti-heal na, anti-heal.
Big heal going, big heal going. Oh, it's the end of Daddy Wong. Daddy wasn't right, he was wrong, baby.
Patay ito.
Oh, he's back up. It's Daddy Wong the sequel. Same result as the first time. Same guys. Same guys.
Okay. You're not gonna do that to me again. Anti-heal. You can't run away from me. He's rising, I think. Or pulse
First
heal. First heal. Okay. Ah, the bard is hitting me hard. Go for the bard. Go for the bard. Anti-heal. That's why I'm dying so fast.
That's
Bawi.
right. Revenge.